All right, so last night I tweeted live from the red carpet for the Sex and the City 2 premiere as the stars came down right in front of us. But tweeting is not just for fun. It can really actually be serious business. And here to tell us how to dominate the market one tweet at a time is Joel Comm. How are you doing?
Doing good, Tamsin.
He's the author of Twitter Power 2.0.
Yeah.
It's a book I've read. It's a book I try to follow. There's a lot of details in it that are really important to remember.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring you in today so we can kind of break them down for people. Twitter's not just to say you've had a cup of coffee and a donut, but you can do that too.
Sure, you can do that, but really, you know, Twitter is all about interacting and communicating with people and building your social network that way.
All right, and the importance of that, especially for businesses. Let's talk about that. How can Twitter, somebody says, I have a business, but, you know, how does it really help my business? How is Twitter relevant for a business?
Look, Twitter is like the water cooler of our time. Tens of millions of people are gathering to talk about what? Anything and everything. And this is where your customers are, so you need to be interacting using that medium.
So how do you get on there and interact so you don't sound like you're, you know, a commercial or an infomercial all day long and trying to sell goods? Because after a while, when I see somebody doing that all the time, I lose interest in following them.
Right, that's a huge mistake you can actually make, treating Twitter like a billboard. It's more like a two-way conversation. You want to be transparent. Authenticity is really the key word on Twitter.
What are the biggest mistakes? I mean, first you do have to be authentic, obviously, to your brand, to yourself, to your business.
Right. You want people to like you before they're going to want to know you. They're going to want to know you before they trust you, and they're going to need to trust you before they're going to want to pay you or do business with you. So, you know, when you think about the door-to-door salesman who might get his foot slammed in the door,
Sure.
It's because he's just trying to sell you something. It's all about bringing value first.
Okay, so let's break it down. You've got simple steps to using Twitter for business. What are they?
Well, first you got to get signed up and use a name that effectively reflects your brand.
Okay.
Then put up a Twitter profile picture, and I suggest a human face. We like to see bright, smiling faces.
Instead of the logos of your business.
Right, because that's very impersonal. It goes against the social in social media. And then put up a nice Twitter background, because Twitter lets you brand your page. Bring value to the conversation. Those are the steps. If you can get started along that road, you can do well on Twitter.
I know a lot of us try to do it here in the morning just to be able to communicate with viewers, because otherwise there was really no other way to do that unless it was email, and you know that's difficult after a while.
Right. In fact, we tweeted right before the show.
Yes, we certainly did from the green room. All right, where do you see Twitter heading down the road? Because I know everything that started changes as soon as you learn how to do it.
I think that Twitter's going to make the service better and easier for businesses to actually use to reach their customers. They're going to be creating tools to do that. Twitter is not going away.
I know it's not. Do you think it's going to be acquired, or what do you think will happen?
I think eventually it's going to be acquired, but first they need to start making money with it.
Yeah, I know. That would be a nice thing. I don't know. I just wish I owned all those names and all those email addresses. All right, Joel, thanks so much for coming in this morning. I'm going to do a little shameless thing for you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Joel brought this in for me this morning because he has a new book coming out called what? Cha-ching?
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching? Yep. And what is it about?
It's how to build an online business that pays and pays.
Okay, that's what we like to do. Do it all in front of our computer. You don't have to get out of your boxer shorts in the morning.
We love it.
All right, Joel, thanks so much, of course, for being with us. Twitter Power 2.0, how to dominate your market. One tweet at a time is available right now. For more information, log on to WPIX.com for more about it. The news at 7 starts right now.